Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name's Courtney with Southern Owls, and today we are collabing with our friends at TMI Gifts. This is the Valentine's Day kit. There's still a few more in stock, so if you are loving this vibe, you can go shop this kit at tmigifts.com. Be sure to use my code OWL20 and you'll get 20% off your entire order. So if you're loving the kit and you need some other supplies, you can shop all of them and get 20% off. So in this kit, you're going to get this really cool metal heart sign. You're going to get a raised work form. You're going to get 5 rolls of mesh. Look how perfect that checkered. Oh, I love this. Checkered matches the heart. We're going to do a 7/8 inch pink velvet. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Gold, chunky glitter gold. We have this beautiful 2.5 inch white and gold, and then we got to tie it in with some black and gold ribbon. So you're also going to get 2 rolls of mesh. You're going to get a pink roll, hot pink, and white. I have already pre-cut all of my mesh to, 20 inches today. I'm going to push that all out of the way, and we're going to get this mesh on our design. So today we're going to let's do the cruffle method. It's my go-to. Y'all know I love it. And so what we're going to do is that mesh just kind of naturally rolls in on each other. So we're going to pull it out, let it naturally roll a couple times, pinch the middle, and then walk your fingers over to the other side. We're going to open up that twisty tie and just lay it right down into that mesh. We're going to get the white. So we started off with the pink. Now we're going to do the white, and we're going to do the exact same thing. That cruffle method, and just pop it in right next to it. So we're going to do every other color, and as you can see, every other direction. So the pink I put in up and down, and then the white is going to go side to side. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get that pink, do cruffle, open up that next twisty tie, and go up and down. Twist it in. I like to go like 1 or 2 times around, and I like to make sure that that mesh is really nice and tight in those tinsel ties. We want to make sure that mesh isn't going to go anywhere later on. And we're just going to keep on with that same pattern every other. And this is just round 1. So we're going to get our nice and full 1 layer at a time. That is what I like to do, how I like to work. 1 layer at a time, and then we're going to go back around and we're going to put that second layer in. So both rolls of mesh are 10-inch mesh, and they should all be cut at 20 inches. 20 inches, which should be the complete full rolls, the whole rolls of mesh. Just like that. I know it's cuckoo, it's December, and we are doing Valentine's Day, but we always need to be a step ahead of the game. So I know Christmas is just around the corner, but we have to start thinking about Valentine's Day, Mardi Gras, St. Patty's Day is going to be sneaking around the corner. So those are just some, things that we need to start thinking about. Okay, same thing. Now we're just on the bottom. Still with that cruffle method, and we're still doing every other color. Now, the difference that I like to do is on the bottom, I don't really worry too much about what direction it's going in. I just really kind of just stick to side. And then once we get all of our mesh in, I'll kind of like manipulate it and fill in any of those little holes that we might have as we're designing. I love this cruffle method because it's super flirty and cute with the little curls and a little ruffle moment. And like I said before, it's definitely one of my go-to methods. Guys, I still do have a few kits in stock at TMI Gifts, so if you're not loving this Valentine's Day kit, you can also shop any of my other kits. They all come with YouTube tutorials, so you can grab a kit, come back over to my YouTube channel, Southern Owls, and design it with me. right over here. I do design twice. I do Tuesdays and Fridays over here on YouTube. Right now, I do a mix of pre-recorded and lives. I do plan in 2026 to go live more, so that's super exciting. So if you're liking this tutorial and you're liking my channel, like and subscribe. I would love to have you over here permanently. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I also listen to suggestions in the comments. So if you're ever like, oh, Courtney, can you make this? I'll definitely see if I can and try to make that happen for you. I love reading y'all's comments. So thank y'all so much for the engagement over here on my YouTube. Guys, if you didn't know, TMI Gifts also has a YouTube channel, so you can go and like their channel as well. They have a lot of amazing designers that they have kits with and tutorials, so you can always go check them out on YouTube as well. Okay, we are now done after this piece with the first layer. And as you can see, it's pretty good coverage, but we definitely need that second, ooh, pretty, that second layer. So same thing, we're just gonna go in with this mesh and we're still gonna do that cruffle method. But I'm gonna do opposite color in opposite direction. So I did white first, and now we're gonna put the pink, and same thing. If pink is on the bottom, we're gonna put a piece of white, and we're gonna do opposite direction. So this one was up and down, so I'm gonna put this one on side to side. And that's just going to make a good, nice full circle. So it's just gonna hide any of those, any of that work form. You just want to make sure that all of our mechanics of our design are nice and covered. We don't want anyone to know that this is on a work form. It's our secret, okay? All right, so we're just gonna keep on going. I love the variations of all the pinks and whites for this design, and picking out that gold is really going to make everything pop. Definitely something a little bit different than your traditional Valentine's Day wreath, but who doesn't like a little gold in their design? I definitely do. Okay, so we're done with the top, and now we're going to go round two all along. Don't you? Oh, it fell. I'm gonna have to go get that one. I wasn't fast enough. All right, same thing though. And we're just gonna layer it right onto the bottom. So if I did pink first, we're gonna put the white in. And I'm still just gonna do side to side though on the bottom, like I said before. And once we get them all in, if I need to adjust any of the mesh to fill in some holes, I can definitely do that. I love using these raised work forms with the pre tinsel ties on it. It's just a nice guide to help you when you're designing. You don't have to question, oh, where do I put the mesh? The tinsels already tell you where you need to put it. So that's good. Whoop. It is nice and chilly here in the Houston, Texas area. That is where I'm from. And let me tell you, sweaters and mesh, they never get along. I always joke that mesh likes to eat our sweaters. Okay, and I'm gonna go pick up that other mesh real quick. Okay, picked up those two pieces. We're gonna add them into the design. And then, oh my gosh, look how beautiful. And I love that the tinsels are the light pink. It gives such, oh, it's so pretty. Such a fun base. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so now what I always like to do is add in our sign. So I chose, look how fun this sign is. So I'm going to find the top of our form. I always like to use those tinsels as a guide. So I always like to make sure that there's a tinsel up at the top and then one at the bottom. So I think that's perfect. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a jewelry hole puncher and I'm going to punch in 3 holes. So I'm going to do one. Ooh, oh gosh. Ooh, that's thick. Okay, one at the bottom. And I'm going to do 1, 2. So one at the top. I'm going to use 2 hands. Ooh. Okay. Oop. Woo, just like that. Now, I don't have any gold pipe cleaners. I'm just going to use white. You could use white or tan. Tan would work too, but I'm going to use white because they blend in with my mesh better than a tan would. So I'm just I'm just threading through that pipe cleaner through the hole. Just like that. I go about an inch or 2 through and then I just wind it up like that. And then we will utilize these pipe cleaners to attach our sign-in. Okay, I'm going to start at the bottom since we're already down here and just go through that mesh. I always put one hand underneath my wreath and then one hand on top guiding that pipe cleaner so I can feel it and pull it through. And then I'm just going to wind that pipe cleaner along that work form. And I go 2 or 3 times around the frame. And same thing to the top. And I'm just wrapping it around that frame. No, you can't. I don't have an under camera. But just like this, and then just wrapping it around that work form, okay? So let me do that a little bit tighter up there. Pull it. There we go. Perfect. Oh my gosh, look how cool. Stop. That's so good. That's so good. Okay. All right. So now since it's a heart, what I want to do is a double bows right here on the opposite sides of the heart. So let's push this out of the way. Let's get 2 cable ties because we're going to do 2 bows for this design and 2 pipe cleaners. Okay. Or 6. 2 pipe cleaners ready. Let's lay out all of the ribbon. So pretty. All of the fabulous ribbon. Oh, and this is going to be so good to do the little loopy center. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to start off with our 2.5-inch ribbon first. And let's do the checkered. And we're going to do that 6-inch tail and a 5-inch loop. Just like that. You can use a bow maker or your hands. Another little 5-inch loop. So we're going to have 2 5-inch loops with 2 6-inch tails. Okay, we're going to grab our next ribbon, which is the other 2.5-inch gold and white. And just lay that right down in our hands. 6-inch tail, 5-inch loops, just like that. Another 6-inch, oh, let me pull it down, little 6-inch tail. So we should have 4 loops and 4 tails. I'm going to come in with the black and white, or black and gold. We'll do 6 inches for the tail. And I'm going to shrink those loops down to the 4.5. And we're going to do 2 4.5-inch loops and a 6-inch tail. I'm going to come in with this awesome gold, another 6-inch tail, and another 2 4.5-inch, stuck on the mat, 4.5-inch loops. Good stiff ribbon right there with all the glitter. All the glitter. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at that. And then we're going to tie in the pink with a center loops. It's going to look so good to tie in everything together. So we're going to grab that 7/8-inch velvet. And I'm going to still do that 6-inch tail. Look how that pink pops. Yes. And we're going to do little 4-inch loops. Let's do 3. 1, 2, and then we're going to do that center little racetrack loop that I like to do around our thumb. Cute little center. And where'd my scissors go? We're going to do a 6-inch tail. I'm actually going to cut it at the 7 though, because I am going to fold my ends instead of dovetailing those. So I think that would be really cute. Oh my goodness, that pink is perfect. It's perfect. Okay, so we're going to grab a cable tie and we're going to thread it around where we're holding everything. And then thread that pipe cleaner through, cut off that cable tie. And then thread that all around. And then we're going to flip it over and just start kind of fluffing it out. We'll just kind of hold it in the center. And then, oh, that loop should be over there. Flip that tails out. Perfect. All right, we're going to fold this down. Oh my gosh, that pink is perfect. All right, now we're going to dovetail everything. So we're just going to fold that ribbon in half and cut up at an angle. So this is just going to finish off those ribbon tails. Oh, that's a loop. Don't cut that. Don't cut that one. Oh, let me pull that one over here so it's not right next door. Cut that one down just a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to make a matching bow. So same exact thing. Oh, to go on the other side. Oh, it's so cute. So, so cute. Okay, we're going to start off with that checkered ribbon again. 6-inch tail and 2 5-inch loops. Grab the other 6-inch tail, 2 5-inch loops. Whoop. Gold and black. 6-inch tail, 2 4.5-inch loops. grab the gold. 6-inch tail. 2 more 4.5-inch loops. And then we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to do 7 inches on that tail because we are going to fold it. And then we're going to do some 4-inch loops. 1, 2, and then we're going to do that racetrack loop around my thumb. Cute little loop. Twist that ribbon. And then another 7-inch because remember we're going to fold it. Grab another cable tie, and right where you're holding everything, just thread it through. Go around. Clip off that extra. Twist, twist. All right, we're going to fold this ribbon up twice. The pink. Tinsel. Tinsel and glitter everywhere. You know we're designing for some holidays when we're covered in glitter. All right, same thing as the other one. We're just going to go around and dovetail all of those ends. Fluff it out as I go. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have 2 bows. Super cool with the white and black and that pop of pink. Yes! Okay, so let's add these onto the, what I call corners, even though it's a circle. If it was a square, the corner. So I always look at the tinsel tie. So there's a tinsel tie right there. So I'm just going to cover that tinsel tie with this bow. We're going to go through that mesh and around. Get it nice and secure. Cute. Fluff it out a little bit. And then we're going to do the same thing. Pretend like that tinsel tie is a corner. Just put it right on top of that tinsel tie. Remember, we're going through the mesh. I'm tying it to the work form. And then we'll fluff out this little guy. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So, so pretty. That gold over there. Yes. Oh, it's such a good wire in that velvet. So pretty. Okay, so now we have, yes, double bow action, right? We're pulling in some of that gold. Oh, yes, from the sign, but we still have that white and pink mesh. So now what we're going to do is our ribbon tails. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ties on the top and then 10 ties on the bottom. So we're going to do 8 of each ribbon, and I'm going to cut these at 13 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to do that to all 4 ribbons. And we're just going to cut like that. So these are called ribbon tail boards is what I'm using, and I love them. I feel like it just really helps speed up on time using them. Okay, so I'm going to get all of these cut. And remember, I said 8 of each at 13 inches. We're not going to be using the pink though. So we're going to just be using the gold and the black and white ribbon. So we're going to only use the pink and the bows. Okay, so everything is now cut at 13 inches. I have 8 of each stack. I did decide, just in case, I did cut 3 pinks. And these are at 15 inches because I did fold them. So they would be about 13 inches. So I think I want to add just a little bit of pink just on the top. So let's get going. So all we're going to do is we're going to grab 1 checkered, 1 gold, stack them on top of each other, find the middle, give it a pinch, and then we're going to put that right into those tinsel ties, just like that, and then give it a few good twists. And I'm just going to leave it V'd on that one. And I'm going to move over here, and we're going to do the same exact thing, but with the other ribbon. We're going to grab the 2.5 inch with the 1.5 inch. And then I think I just want, yep, that little pop of pink on top of these. I thought that would look really fun to just do a little pop of pink. I was a little worried it might turn out to be a little too New Year's Eve looking. So just on the top, I am going to add in that little pop of pink, which I think will be really nice. We can always take them out if we don't love it at the end, but I think we're going to love it. Okay, same thing. We're just doing every other ribbon pattern with the checkered and then the gold. Lay them on top of each other, find the middle, and then twist them into those twisty ties. And I'm just kind of, once they're in, I just kind of manipulate everything around. Is that on bottom? That's on the bottom. Okay. Getting a little confused. There we go. And then we're going to grab the next ribbon pattern and just layer it and then pop that little pop of pink on there. And then twist it in. Now, if you don't want to add the pop of pink, you don't have to, but I think it's going to look nice. I know when I left, I said only cut these, but I think that little pop of pink is going to look really nice. The great thing is, like I said before, you're going to have some, leftover ribbon from this design. Well, this ribbon would be great for Mardi Gras. It would be great for a New Year's Eve wreath. So it's always great to kind of think about, how else can you use the ribbon when you get a kit? What else can you use it in? Uh-oh. How did that happen? Oh, it's caught. There we go. My wreath ate it. That's okay. So it's always kind of, I always like to think, okay, how else can I use this ribbon in another design? So all of these ribbons would be great for Mardi Gras, New Year's. You can do another gold Valentine's Day piece. Yes. Yep, that little pop of pink is just what I wanted. Okay. Now my wreath is eating all of the ribbons. Eating the wires. Does that ever happen to y'all? Happens to me. Okay, so now on the bottom, I'm just going to layer these two. I'm not going to worry about putting that little pop of pink. I think this is going to be just fine. If you want to add some more pink to the bottom, you certainly can. Now, the bottom ones, what I always like to do is just leave them in a V. the ribbon tails. I don't really worry about moving them around too much. I just kind of make them in that little V pattern. Perfect. And we're just going to keep on repeating that process all the way around to finish out this beautiful kit. And like I said, this kit is from TMIgifts.com. You can use my code AL20 and you'll get 20% off your entire order. You can use it while you're shopping for other things at TMI Gifts as well. If you see something with the kit, you can snag them all up. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. This one. Got a messy pile of ribbon over there. I've said it once. I'll say it again. I need a bigger table, and that is goals. That is goals for 2026. Bigger craft table. The little things that you don't think about when you start a business is how you think everything. Oh yeah, that's enough storage. Oh yeah, that's big enough. And then you outgrow it. Okay, a few more tinsels. Beautiful. Oh, I love this spin on Valentine's Day. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this kit from TMI Gifts. This has been so fun to design. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yes. How awesome is that? Sorry, my camera's moving. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, that little touch of pink was perfect. Just to kind of spread that pink throughout. The tinsel ties tie in the pink as well with that pink and white mesh. This was so fun. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're loving it over here. Like I said before, I have other TMI gift kits that are available, and the tutorials are here on YouTube. So go grab a kit, use my code AL20, and you'll get that 20% off all the kits that I have left in stock. So go grab one and come hang out with me over here on my YouTube channel. Bye, guys. Have a good one.